right, well, just to be respectful of everyone's time, we will go ahead and get started. I want to thank you for joining us for today's webinar, Holiday Marketing Checklist, Getting Ready for Holiday Shopping. Before I hand it over to Scott, just a few quick things. You are welcome to ask questions throughout the session. We just ask that you submit those via the chat box, and we'll get them covered once Scott is done with his presentation. You will also receive a follow-up email that will go out tomorrow morning, and that will contain both a recording of today's session, along with a link to the Clanin Marketing website where you can download a copy of the presentation. Just a quick reminder to those of you who have joined our sessions lately, our website is currently under construction. It will be back up here shortly, but if you are looking for any of our webinars with Scott and his team, those can all be found on the Clanin Marketing website, and we will have the first quarter of 2024 coming up soon. And then any of our other sessions that you'd like to join us for can be found on our Facebook page. So I'll include all of that in that follow-up email as well. So at this time, I'll hand it over to Scott and we'll get started.
Excellent. Thank you, Jordan, and good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for our holiday marketing checklist. Can't believe it's already, towards the end of October and the holidays are coming up already. So thank you very much for jumping on. One moment, I'll be sharing my screen. So let me go ahead and pull that up. All right, Jordan, just confirm, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Excellent. So again, today's topic is holiday marketing checklist, getting ready for holiday shopping. As Jordan mentioned, if you'd like a PDF of today's presentation, you can visit our website at claninmarketing.com/workshops. Just scroll about midway down through that page and you're going to see a For Attendees section. Just complete your name and email address, and again, you will get a copy of today's presentation. In addition, like Jordan mentioned, we have partnered with the SBDC over the past number of years to provide you with a series of free marketing webinars conducted through Zoom, again, made possible by the SBDC and our incredible local community partners. And so we have a variety of topics that Jordan and I have created for you from now until the end of the year. And then soon we'll be meeting to start our schedule for 2024. So stay tuned for that. Like Jordan mentioned, my name is Scott Clanin. I am the owner of Clanin Marketing. Excuse me. We're a marketing creative agency based in Champaign, and we serve clients all across the Midwest. We do everything from website builds, brand development, video production, digital marketing consulting, and more. And so we've helped a number of clients over the years get ready for holiday shopping as that season very quickly approaches. Now, today's webinar, we only have about 45 minutes together, and then of course Q&A. So if you have a question at any point today, feel free to ask that in the little chat box at the top or bottom of your screen, and Jordan will read me those towards the end. But really, we could spend all day, all week together. Today is really the tip of the iceberg for a variety of different ideas I'd like you to consider when you are deploying your marketing strategies for the holiday season. Now, if you don't mind, something new I would like to do this year, if you could just take a moment in the chat box and put in there the type of business that you have and what you're looking to promote. That will help me just kind of take a quick glance at the type of businesses on the call today. So again, if you could just take a quick moment and open that chat box and just type in the type of business. You don't need to specifically say the business name, but maybe what industry you're in or a product or service that you're looking to sell. That would really help me kind of fine tune today's presentation as we have a variety of ideas. So I just saw one come in about restaurants and retail. And again, if the rest of you wouldn't mind just kind of popping that into the chat box, that would be very helpful. Okay, so this is our agenda for today. We're going to go through our checklist and audience, and then I want to talk about the website, your website checklist, Facebook and Instagram, Google Ads, Google Retail, email marketing, and EDDM. Now, of course, there's a variety of different strategies that you can deploy when marketing to potential customers during the holiday season. But these are some of the big ones, and some of them may be more relevant to you than to someone else on the call. So again, we're going to go through best practices for all these, and I do have the little chat box pulled up, and I do see restaurants and retail, real estate, someone interested in just accounting, marketing, especially filmmaking for the future, not a business owner. Wonderful. Well, thank you very much for joining. Okay, so we're going to go through and just kind of go through our slides for today. So it's timing of this is great because I'm sure a lot of you are getting ready for the holiday shopping season. Whether you have a physical product, whether you're really trying to promote gift cards are a great way, stocking stuffers to give away to friends or family around the holiday season. Whatever it may be, now is a great time to just pause and make sure your ducks are in a row for the holiday season. So 66% of shoppers will shop more at local businesses. And really, we're seeing this more and more, especially after the pandemic, as we continue to support local businesses in our community. So we just want to make sure that you are ready to go. Of course, making sure that you have your audience identified. For some of you on the call, you may have been in business for some time. You may have already done this exercise, but this is critical. And sometimes it's good to do a little refresh of, okay, maybe you do offer gift certificates, but then you offer these other products. Who are the people that are going to be buying and purchasing all those different products or services? Can you build a audience profile, a customer persona profile for that bucket of audiences who would be interested in purchasing your product? So identifying your audiences, what product and service do you want to specifically push around the holiday season? Performing a website audit. This is also a big one. I think for a lot of us, it's sometimes hard to say when the last time you've actually been on the front end of your website. I think a lot of times as business owners or as marketers, as some of you may be on the call, we spend a lot of time on the back end. Maybe we're updating something, we're adding something else to our menu. But take the time to really just pause for a moment and go through your website from a customer standpoint, right? Pull up an iPad, pull up your phone and walk through every page of your website. You want to make sure that it's clean, easy to understand, easy to navigate. Try to eliminate as many steps as possible to get to a certain what we call to action. If you're looking to push gift cards this holiday season, it should just be almost one click and you're there from your homepage, right? Think about the product and services that you want to promote. And then what do you need to change on your website to further promote that, right? Because when we're in holiday shopping mode, we're looking for a variety of things. I'm going to give you some ideas, but when I get to your website, I want to make sure I get to where I want to go very, very quickly. So performing almost a little self-website audit, making sure that your Google business listing is accurate. I think a lot of times people forget to update their business hours. They have a wrong URL. I was just on a business yesterday. I Googled them. I went to their Google's business profile, click website, and the link is broken. Little things like that where you may have forgotten to fix that, but it's critical around the holiday shopping season when naturally, I think a lot of us, we probably have more traffic coming in. So doing a little audit on that little listing that comes up on the right-hand side of Google, if you're unfamiliar with it, that's called your Google business profile. So again, just ensuring that all that information is correct. Maybe now's a good time to upload new photos that you recently taken. So that would be great. And then ensuring that you have all of your hours set that are accurate. I know I've been to many businesses where online it says that they're open. But then when I get there, the hours are actually completely different and they simply didn't update their Google business profile. 2 clicks and you're done. It takes less than 5 minutes to do. You just want to make sure you go ahead and perform those updates. This coming, any type of holiday shopping season is an excellent opportunity for you to grow your audience base. What do I mean by that? I'm a big advocate of email marketing. We're going to talk about email marketing here in a bit. But if you think about running an ad on Facebook, right? When you're done spending money, your ad is over, right? Your messaging is no longer being run on that platform paid, right? You can still make Facebook posts non-paid, which we call organic strategies. But the minute you're done paying for that ad, it's over. Whereas email marketing, there's no limit on how many emails you can collect. So what are some ideas? Can you put something next to your register, maybe around the holiday season? Run some sort of contest. Hey, if you provide us your email for marketing purposes, you'll be entered to win this blank gift card. Email addresses are really gold in terms of, in my eyes, when it comes to marketing, because you can continue to add people to your email list. It doesn't, outside of your time, it doesn't cost you anything to send an email. And what I like about it is that it keeps your brand, it keeps your name in the front of someone's mind. So maybe they haven't been in your business for a while, or they haven't purchased anything from you for a while. But if you send out email once a month or twice a month, you're in their inbox. They remember that, oh, you know what? I should stop in. I should buy this gift certificate, especially if in the email is, here's our 2023 holiday shopping guide, or our customers' top favorite products this holiday season. Themed emails will go a long way. But to make sure you get the biggest bang for your buck, right? To get as many eyes as possible on your email messaging, you need to grow your email list. So what are ways that we can do that? I'll be showing those here in a bit. And then followers. Excellent opportunity for you to continue to increase followers on social media. Maybe running a contest, having a simple QR code in your place of business where it's like, follow us for blank, blank, blank. Give them a reason to follow you on social media. So now would be a good time to really think about what are ways we can grow our emails and grow our followers. For those on the call who really haven't spent time really thinking about who your audience is, I use this slide for pretty much all of our, Jordan has seen this slide many, many times, but this is our audience profile slide. So really think about, who do you want to talk to? Where are they on the internet, and what's most important to them? Then thinking about your different products and services and who's going to be buying those. Tell me about income, gender, age, job status, education levels, hobbies, behaviors, values, interests, etc. Right? So if I am a camping store and I'm selling, maybe I have this big sale for socks, for stocking stuffers, right? I will probably target people who have an interest in outdoor activities, interest in biking, interest in hiking. The beauty of digital marketing, even though on the consumer's end, when we create a Facebook profile for ourselves, we're filling out the profile, right? We're liking different things. We put our hometown in there. We put where we went to school, all those details. And it looks like we're filling out our profile. In reality, all that information is being used for marketing purposes. So that's why it's really important to not only identify, okay, typically men between these ages buy our products. Take it a step further and tell me more about those men between those ages. What hobbies do they have? What are they interested in? Where do they live? You can use all that information when you are running more targeted campaigns on specifically social media. Okay, I want to go through a couple things when it comes to your website. We won't spend a ton of time on this, but it's still very important as we approach the holiday season. One is making sure that your website is connected to some sort of metric reporting tool. I prefer Google Analytics. Some of you on the call may already have Google Analytics connected to your site. If you do, make sure that it's Google Analytics 4. Just this summer, Google Analytics made a big transition from Google Analytics UA to Google Analytics 4, and you do have to manually install that on your website. Let me take a quick drink because my voice is already going out. 1 second. It's a free program from Google that you just install on your website, and it's going to give you all the metric reporting tools or reports that you could ever need, where they came from, what pages they're looking at on your website. What I love about this is that in the future, you can see what people did last holiday season, right? How they found your website, what pages they were looking at. We use these reports all the time when we're helping clients redesign a website or coming up with marketing strategies. As well, what are they doing on your website? Now, a lot of you may have built-in analytic tools through like Squarespace or Wix, and those work just fine as well. But Google Analytics is another incredible free tool that you can install. Making sure that your website is very easy to navigate and mobile friendly. Again, it renders well on a mobile device. For those on the call who maybe have an older website, you can go to this website here, and Google will tell you if it is actually mobile friendly or not. If it's not mobile friendly, this not only impacts user experience across your site, but also search engine optimization, how you rank on Google. So easy to navigate. Can you quickly get to where you need to go on the mobile version of your site? Holiday sale or category. Again, for those who are selling, maybe you have an e-commerce store, think about creating some new fun categories on your store this year. Holiday bundles, gift ideas, gifts for him, gifts for her, gifts for the family, right? All those could be categorized into a new category on your site. And then on your homepage, maybe you have shop our latest gift guides. And then you have a little hyperlink button and it will take you to all the products in that category. So really, change your website up a little bit to reflect the holiday shopping season. I always enjoy that, and I prefer to shop local when possible. But like for example, when Amazon has kind of a large sale going on, you know that it's a holiday sale going on. Their site is a little different. They have fun lists and they have fun graphics and it's very holiday focused. Your site should do the same, right? So think of maybe some really cool sales or categories that you can add on your site. Announcements and pop-ups. We were just working with a client on this yesterday, getting the site ready for, again, a big kind of announcement that they have coming up. And we noticed that they really need this certain little button on their homepage, but it was very challenging for them to add. And so we had to go in and add some custom code. Think about how you want your website to function. If you have a big sale coming up, or you know what, during the week of maybe Black Friday, we're offering free shipping. We should have an announcement bar at the top, or we should have a pop-up that is automatically generated after X amount of seconds. Again, think about the product or services you want to sell, the sales that you want to have to offer, and then how are you getting that message across on your website? Newsletter signups. Do you have an area on your website where people can join your email list? I know for sites like Constant Contact, MailChimp, they have some forms that you can embed into your email, into your website. So when someone does type in their email, it automatically adds them to a list. You don't have to then go ahead and manually add them. So just again, quick little audit for again, things to look at for your website. Some other tips for just, again, auditing and preparing your website for the holiday season. Update product listings. Go through all of your products once more on the site, and I can almost guarantee you're going to find something that's like, ooh, we should probably change that, or there's a typo here. Remove any discontinued items, add new ones that are relevant to the holiday shopping season. I know for some of you who might use Shopify, you can schedule items to go live on a certain time, which is great. Making sure that you're adding high quality images and detailed descriptions. Images are everything, and that's really going to help elevate your brand, elevate the overall look of your site, and making sure you're providing more than enough information in the description section that really explains what this product, what this service is. Of course, making sure it's optimized for mobile. We kind of went over that. Making sure that you do create some sort of fun gift guide or product bundles, gift for him, gift for her, gifts for the person who loves to host, right? Create holiday gift guides and product bundles to make it easier for shoppers to find the perfect gifts. Sometimes I don't know what I'm looking for online, especially if I'm shopping for someone who's just historically been a hard person to shop for. I need ideas. So maybe there's a whole new category on your site that's like gift ideas, and you have some little things, and maybe you put little bundles together. I just saw on Crate and Barrel's website, they have some really cool, housewarming gifts, and it's a bowl and pancake mix and an apron, right? Fun little things like that, themed. But it's like, oh, that's a great gift. I don't even have to think about it. Add to cart, buy, and I'm done. So putting those gift guides and product bundles helps give the user some ideas. So then they're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That's a fun idea. I'm just going to go ahead and buy that. Making sure that across all of your marketing material, you have shipping and return policies clearly labeled. Very important. Abandoned cart recovery. For those on the call who do sell online, a lot of the online sites now, e-commerce sites, do offer certain triggers. So if you leave something in your cart, after X amount of hours, an email gets sent out to that person. And it could say, hey, still thinking about it? Make sure to check out. It's that little reminder. We've all gotten them, right? Or maybe after a while, they send you a coupon to then check out. So make sure you look into maybe some trigger ideas on your website and see, are there any automated emails that could help me save some time, but yet capture more people if they leave things within our cart? If you have a guest checkout option, I do encourage you on your website to activate that. I love the idea of guest checkout. I use guest checkout a lot because I just sometimes don't want to take the time to complete an entire account, especially if I'm not a frequent buyer of that business. So offering a guest checkout option to simplify the buying process for first-time shoppers, cross-selling and upselling. This is a big thing around the holiday season. Maybe you have something on your website, but then underneath it, what are other related products? What do other people typically buy along with the product that you're looking to sell? What can you cross-sell? What can you bundle together? What can you upsell? Again, all that can be done on the back end of your website, especially if you're selling online. We talked earlier, apologize if this is a little blurry, but we talked earlier about the Google business profile, right? And making sure that all that information is up to date. On the left-hand side, you do see this is your screenshot of your business listing. If you're unsure if you have this claimed or if it's already been claimed, just go to google.com/business. And this is where you can go in and see, okay, I do have access to this. How do I get access? And then again, you can manage your listing from here. Add photos, making sure to add your holiday hours in here, phone number, etc. All right. So we're going to segue over to Facebook and Instagram, two big platforms, both owned by Meta, to sell products online and to really market your products online. One of my favorite ad types on Facebook is what's called a carousel ad. This is great, especially if you have a variety of different products or services available. I know someone on the call today is from a local bakery, and they have so many different products in their case, from cakes to pastries to cookies, right? And so a carousel ad in that example could be great because you can showcase all the different products. Maybe you have baked goods, you have grab and go, you have all these different things. And this carousel ad, we've all seen these, right? If you look at this Jasper's Market example, these are cards. Now, if I was to take my finger and just kind of swipe, I'm going to see more cards. You can add up to 10 images or videos for each one of these. You can customize the title of each one. And the one thing I love is that each one of these cards can go to a different link on your website. So if your website is broken up with all the different products that you serve or that you offer, you can link them to that product. And so for this one, pots and pans, 20% off stainless steel pots and pans. If I click that, I probably want to go to a page on their website that has all their pots and pans. Same thing with tea kettles. If I click that, I probably want to go to a page that shows me all the different tea kettles available. That's what I love about Carousel. It's one ad, one campaign, and you can market up to 10 different things in here. Very, very easy to do. To get started, you're going to go to facebook.com/business/tools and /ads-manager. If you're unfamiliar with your Google Ads Manager account, this is the formal way to run ads on Facebook. A lot of times we boost ads, right? You see that little boost post button. That's still great, but going into your Ads Manager account, you have more options available to you. Specifically, this really cool carousel ad that I love. Once you're in the back end of your Facebook and Instagram, and even though you don't have, let's say for those on the call who don't have an Instagram account, that's okay. You can actually still run ads on Instagram. It will show to people on Instagram, but when they click your ad, it's going to take you to the website, not your Instagram profile, because you don't have one. When you think back to that one of the first slides about audience identification, this is where it's important, right? So who do you want to see your ad? People who like your page and their friends. So in this case, you can choose people through targeting, get very specific on who you want to target. People who like your page, people who already have a connection with you, right? Or people who like your page and their friends. And so people very similar to them. For this, we want to look at, okay, location. We're going to set this to Champaign, large age group. And again, we just want to target people that like our page and their friends. You can get very specific in this. The one thing to keep in mind, if you haven't run any type of holiday campaign on Facebook, you see that little needle on the bottom right-hand side of the screen. As you add in more targeting settings within the area that you're looking to target, let's say Champaign County, the more that you add, that needle might go too specific. And it might be a little too specific. You want to make sure that needle is right in the green, what's called defined. Okay. So again, it's going to walk you through all this. It might take a little time at first to get used to where to go and what to add, but it's very easy at the end of the day. This was from our old office, but I wanted to put this together just to show how easy it was. So with my phone, I went around our office at the time and I took items of different products I had. And let's say this was for a office supply store. Took a photo of the chair, the clock, desk lamp, etc. with my phone, uploaded those to my computer. I went in and I added the titles. And of course, you have that second line for description, set my call to action to learn more, and then just, again, this was just an example of 4 cards. Again, you can do up to 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. This took me 11 minutes. Now, you might be saying, well, Scott, you do this all the time. True. So I would say this would be for an average person who's really never done it before. I would say setup time is no more than 30 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes max. It's super easy to get set up. There's no commitment to running ads on Facebook and Instagram. There's no long-term commitment. You could start the ad at any time and stop it at any time, which is great. So again, very easy to do and such an effective ad type. It's probably my favorite ad type on social media. The second piece here is what's called Facebook Shops. This launched around COVID, and this was something that I've kept my eye on for a while, where you can now upload your product catalog to Facebook, and you can have your own shop directly on Facebook. It's really cool, but unfortunately, they made a pretty big change earlier this year. So for those of you who already set this up, you may be grandfathered into this system, meaning when you create a shop on Facebook that is just a carbon copy of your online store, because you're giving Facebook all the products and everything else, the pricing, inventory, and everything from your store, you can upload a product. So if we go back to this, I could tag that chair. So a button comes up on the users and they click that button, they can see, okay, this is an office chair, it's $500. I can then check out directly on Facebook, or I can check out directly on the website. A lot of us took advantage of the second option, where we are just using it almost like a hyperlink tool. I can tag products in my photo. You can tag multiple products, right? So I know I think I have an example I'm going to pull up here, but behind me, I have a variety of books and Legos and different things. I could take a photo of what's behind me and tag all the different things, and it will link me to that product directly on your website. Unfortunately, Facebook made a change to where if you do a Facebook shop, you have to check out directly on Facebook. Unless you already set it up, you'll be grandfathered in a little bit to continue to check out on your website. But moving forward, you do have to use their checkout on Facebook feature. It's not the end of the world. Of course, there are certain fees for that. But if you're really looking to expand reach, it might be something you want to consider. And that's why I wanted to keep it in here for today. Very easy to do. You update your catalog, you create your collections, and you tag products and posts. The local example that I found a couple of years ago, that was one of the first local examples that I thought really executed this well, was Checkered Moon in Champaign. They've always had an interactive store on their Facebook page as early as this tool came out. And you can see from the product or the photo way on the right-hand side, they took a shot from inside their store. Oh, I'm sorry. And there's so many different products in here. Yet, if you look at it, there's some little interactive black box that comes up and it tells me what that is. Red slipper, there's a candle, a wreath, and it gives me the pricing. I can click that and it will take me to, if you look at the bunny in the middle, this is the product page. It gives me photos of that product, the title, the price, a little bit of a description. And back in the day, this is where you can click checkout on website. Now, some of you may still have that button available to you. That's why I wanted to leave it in here, because you may be grandfathered in. But for those who have not set this up but are interested in doing it, it would say just check out, because the user would be checking out directly on Facebook. So still a great option to get started. You're going to go to facebook.com/business/shops. And that's how, again, you can have your own little interactive shop directly on your Facebook store. Okay, we're going to segue over to Google Ads. Now, again, depending, I know we have just kind of looking at the chat again, we have a variety of businesses here, different industries. And so Google Ads may work for some of you, it may not work for some of you. But what I love about Google Ads is that it's a great digital platform that can work for a variety of different industries, right? Specifically, Google search ads. These are ads that come up at the very top of Google search results. So if I was an orchard right now, I would be running these the entire month of October. These are people that could be searching for local orchard near me, apple cider slushies near me, apple cider donuts near me. And I want, as an orchard owner, I want my ad to come up. This is what's called a Google search ad. You are only paying when someone clicks on the ad. And how crazy is that, right? You know, if you think of like TV advertising or billboard advertising, radio, those are still great strategies, by the way, for getting the word out there. But a lot of times those mediums will charge you by the impressions, the number of people watching the TV station, number of people listening to the radio, the number of cars that drive past that billboard. But when it comes to like Facebook ads and Google ads, you're paying for the click. It's what's called a CPC campaign, cost per click. You only pay for the results that you want. Now, the cost per click could range. It could be $1.50 all the way up to $5, $6 a click. It really depends on how you set it up, what your budget is, and the competition in the area. But what I love about that is that it's someone who's actively searching for what you have to offer in that moment. When you run an ad on Facebook, it's kind of passive in a way. You're getting in front of people who may have an interest in your product or service versus someone is going to Google and is actively searching for what you may have to offer. You want to show up high. And that's where Google search ads come into play. Again, there's a variety of results that you can tell Google you want to achieve. A lot of times you want to drive website traffic or get more phone calls. Some of you may have a brick and mortar store. You want to increase store visits over to your store. There's a variety of different results that Google search ads can help you achieve. Like Facebook, you are in control the entire time. There's no long-term commitment. You set the budget, you set the duration, and you're off and running. Now, I will say, I would recommend that in order to have a successful like Google ad search campaign, just to start, I would budget at least $250 to $300 minimum. Anything less than that, you're really not going to see the results that you want to see on that platform. So you do want to make sure, if you're interested in this, to set some money aside. And again, Google will help you through the entire setup process. You can run local campaigns to reach nearby people, right? People that are in your area, which is great, again, if you have more of that brick and mortar store. So again, that's what's called Google search ads. These are those ads, again, that show up at the very top of Google search results. A subtle example: flower shops, Studley's Flower Gardens, Fresh Flowers Garden Center, landscaping, and more. Visit today for a wide selection of veggies, flowers, trees, or plants for all seasons. You're in control of the copy, what you want to put there, and then you always have access to the metrics that come in. Of course, with all this, you want to look at your different benchmarks. So if you're interested in, maybe some of you already are running some digital ads, and you want to look to say, okay, how well are they performing? You're going to look at that click-through rate percentage. Instead of just looking at, oh, I got this many clicks over to my website, this must be good. Well, if your ad was shown 50 times and you got 40 clicks, your ad is doing extremely well. But if you got 40 clicks and your ad was shown 800 times, we need to adjust the copy. We need to adjust who you're targeting online, because you have an extremely low click-through rate percentage. So if you're curious about just benchmarks, definitely take some time to Google average click-through rates on Facebook, average click-through rates on Google. And then each industry has kind of their own industry average for click-through rate. So be sure to look up your industry as well. So again, that is all Google search ads, one of my favorite platforms in the world of digital marketing. Now, this next piece here, just looking at some of the people on the call here, reading some of the chat, I am going to quickly go through this section, but we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. But I want to at least mention it. This is Google for retail. So I think for a lot of us, we've Googled something. We look to find the website. We go to maybe Google Images, but you also see that Google Shopping tab. Some of you may be interested in that for promoting your product or services. And you can set all that up through Google for Retail, through the Google Merchant Center. That's where you go to get started on that. Hundreds of millions of people are using Google. This is just another great way to get in front of people, very similar to connecting your store to a Facebook shop. If I looked up like holiday ornaments near me, it's going to give me a variety of holiday ornaments, and all those are being displayed almost like an e-commerce store directly on the Google Shopping tab. It tells me if it's in stock, if it's nearby. A lot of the big box stores use this, but there's no reason why a small business couldn't use this as well. So this is just another medium to get your name, your products, your services out, just through another platform. And all that is through what's called the Google Merchant Center. Upload accurate product information, reach customers all across Google, and then of course, like with any digital marketing, you have access to insights. Now, if you're not sure where to begin in the world of Google, because Google offers so many incredible products, you can use the Google Digital Coach. This is a long URL, so take a picture or screenshot or just download the PDF after today. You can go to this website to start, and it will kind of go through some questions for you. And then it will provide you with some recommendations on Google products to get started. So if I was to go through this prompt, maybe it says, you know what, search campaigns are probably going to be the best solution for you. Those are those search ads that we just talked about. You can drive more leads or get more leads, drive website traffic, and increase shop visits. Let's get started. So it kind of helps point you in the right direction of where to go. Google Ads is, again, it's a very easy platform to get started with as long as you take the time to really understand where to go. Google Ads does have an incredible YouTube channel. So if this is a platform you want to look into, definitely check out their YouTube channel for onboarding purposes. And again, this is that Google My Business or Google Business Profile to again get your business set up on Google. Okay. And if you need Google Business Profile help, of course, you can always reach out to anyone at Clanin or the SBDC. They have a great advisor that can help guide you as well. But there is a URL here, localopportunity.withgoogle.com, to provide some recommendations on your Google Business Profile account. Okay, we have about 10-15 minutes left, and I want to make sure that we do hit on email marketing because this is big. And like I said earlier, one of my favorites when it comes to marketing, because there's no cost. Everything we just discussed, Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, promoting and getting as many eyes on our pieces of content, you do have to spend some money. Here, you just need a really good email database, really good email list. Constant Contact and MailChimp are the two platforms I certainly recommend looking into. They offer free accounts, of course, like with everything nowadays, there are subscription-based tiers. But when we're looking at best practices for email marketing, many studies, and I have checked this over the years and it just has not changed. Many studies have shown every Tuesday and Thursday, Tuesdays and Thursdays throughout the week are the best days of the week to send an email at 10 o'clock in the morning. Somewhat checks out, right? Friday, Friday, we're all checking out for the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, we're busy doing things on the weekend. Monday, we don't really want to be there at work, right? For maybe some of us. You don't really want to go, you have so many emails to catch up on over the weekend. So Monday's not a great day, but yeah, just historically Tuesday, Thursday at 10 is the best time to send a marketing email. When you're looking at benchmarks, we talked about average click-through rates, right? That will help determine if you're targeting the right people, if you have the right creative. Same thing with email. It will give you an average open rate. And average open rates across all industries, and it varies. Some in like medical have a different open rate. Real estate has a different open rate. Hospitality, the restaurants, hospitality, they have a different open rate percentages. But across all industries, an average open rate on an email marketing campaign is about 20 to 21%. These are people who are opening your actual emails. Now, let's say within your emails, you have a link, you have a button that you want people to click that takes you to that product to buy online. The Constant Contact and MailChimp, any email system, will recognize that as a click, and it will give you what's called an average click rate. And the average click rate is about 2.5% across all industries. So what do you do if you have a low open rate? If you have a low open rate, there could be a variety of things. One, you may not be sending it at a good time, right? Again, historically, Tuesday, Thursday at 10 is the best time across pretty much every study. But if you've really tried that and you have a really good subject line, maybe try a different date and time. Subject line is a big piece too. We all read subject lines before, or at least glance at them before we open them. You want to make sure it's a strong subject line that will entice someone to open the email. And lastly, if you have a low open rate, it could be, well, you may not have a quality list of people that just aren't relevant anymore, right? Maybe you inherited this old email list from customers that shopped with you 8 years ago. Some of those may not even be in the area anymore. It may be a good opportunity to purge some of those old emails, start working on what are ways to start generating more emails into our database, because that's all free exposure. Outside of your time to compile an email, there's no cost to send it. And we get our name in their inbox at least monthly. So again, look for those average open rate percentages and that average click rate percentage. When it comes to Facebook, so that was email marketing. Again, MailChimp, you have your average open rate, average click rate. One thing that's not in here that I want to add is make sure that you really go through and tighten the design of your emails. I've seen a lot of emails come through where they're from a company, but they're not tight in terms of branding. They're not using similar fonts, similar colors, and it feels disconnected. There's no sense of consistency across their materials. People will recognize that. And if it's a messy email with lots of different fonts and colors, you'll have no idea what you're really trying to get across. I saw one recently for a local business that was, excuse me, doing a sale. It was like a certain percentage off. And it was buried in the depths of a paragraph in the same size as everything else. Unless I'm reading every single word, which I can guarantee you no one is reading every piece of copy that you're putting in your email. But from glancing at it, from a quick glance, I would have no idea that that is a percentage off limited time sale going on. So think about the hierarchy in what you want to get across in your email and making sure that's big, bold, front and center in the email that you're looking to deploy and branded to everything else that you have branded for your company or organization. Facebook, this is a little blurry at the top, but it's facebook.com/business/goals/increase-online-sales. Meta and Facebook, they offer so many great resources to help businesses like ours with tips and tricks and educational tools to strengthen their marketing strategies around the holiday season. Definitely take some time to look into some case studies, different ideas. They provide you with a ton of different resources online to, again, help you get ready for the holiday season. And lastly, the one thing before we hand it over to Q&A, so again, if you do have a question at any point, feel free to use that little chat box. But the last one I do want to mention is called Every Door Direct Mail. This is a program that not a lot of people know about. It can be pretty inexpensive. And we've seen some popularity in this. It can be hit or miss, really, depending on the business, but really what your messaging is and what you want to get across. This is a piece of direct mail that goes to every residential and or commercial address within a defined area. It's through the United States Postal Service. Of course, you have to pay for the printing and the cost of postage, but you can use a really cool tool to identify certain neighborhoods in town, in your community, by household size, by income. I was working with a client presentation this morning. They were talking about an idea where they want to offer services for like holiday decorating homes for the holidays, holiday lights around the roof, bushes, landscaping, etc. And so if you think about that, someone who is going to take advantage of someone else, paying someone to decorate their home and go all out for the holidays, they probably have a little bit of a higher income. This is probably going to be more of a wealthier neighborhood. And so as you look into the Everydoor direct mail database here, it will tell you what the average household size is, the average age, the breakdown of people in that home, the average household income within that neighborhood. And you can clearly see it changes when you do click around the map. And so again, this goes back to identifying who your audience is. Where do they live? What's their income level? Are they homeowners? Are they families, etc.? Everydoor direct mail, again, you work with a partner company, they can help create the design of your piece. You then drop it off at the post office. The post office will just boom, 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 put it in the mailbox of every home within that area. So for this example, the blue is what was selected. Gives me the route number. It gives me there's 420 residential units within this area. And the projected cost is about $80. It doesn't include, I think, printing of the actual pieces. I think that's more postage, I believe. I would have to look into that. But again, really cool interactive tool. You can just go around and play in it. You don't have to commit to anything, but it will just kind of tell you average income and the different routes within the community. This could be a great way, especially for local businesses, if you want to give away a free, maybe a discounted for a gift certificate, a coupon code to use on your website this holiday season. Maybe you have a holiday open house that you want to invite people out towards. This could be a great way. Again, hit or miss. It doesn't work for everybody, but it could be something where you could look into for your own business. I want to leave you with some helpful resources. We have Grow with Google. Again, some great blogs and articles on ways to market your small business online. Google for Small Business, MailChimp. Constant Contact also has some great resources as well. And Meta Blueprint. Meta Blueprint is a site that has a lot of different courses and videos that you can take to optimize your organic and paid strategies across Facebook and Instagram. So again, some great resources there. Excellent. All right, well, we're about 10 minutes left to the end here. I want to hand it over to Jordan here in a second to see if we have any questions. But overall, as you can see, holiday marketing can really be built off a variety of different things. You have social media, you have more of your traditional forms of marketing, the print advertising. But really think about the experience that you want to offer someone. Anymore, it's really about good customer service, clean websites, fun, festive themes, good bundles, good categories on your website, and just again, think ahead. Planning ahead is going to make a really strong, successful strategy this holiday season. So again, I want to thank you for jumping on. I'll hand it over to Jordan to see if we have any questions, and we can go from there.
Thanks so much, Scott. We don't currently have, oh, I'm just kidding, one just came in. Someone has asked, how effective is billboard advertising?
It can be pretty effective, right? I think it depends on what you're looking to get across. My style of design, I like very minimal billboard designs, because I feel like a lot of times when it comes to billboard, it really comes down to location and design. That's what's going to make or break your billboard investment, because it is pricey. So for me, like, I like it for if you have something special to announce, right? So it could be like, shop our blank website, logo, good photo, that's it, right? I think a lot of times people want to put, oh, well, we want to add this on there and our phone number and our website. It's sometimes I find it funny when I see a phone number on a billboard, for a busy road. I can't tell you when I've ever remembered a phone number passing by that business, right? And so I look at it as long as you have your brand colors, your brand fonts, your logo up there, maybe a quick URL. You don't even need to put the www. Quick URL and what you're looking to push. I think it could be really effective. But again, it really comes down to the location of the billboard. I've seen a number of billboards, again, we're based out of Champaign, that are in some areas that I'm like, I wouldn't have thought to put a billboard there. There's not a ton of traffic there. But I've also passed, I mean, even today, I passed a number of billboards that I've heard people talk about in the community. It's captured my attention a lot. And so I think they can be effective, but it really comes down to one, if it's in the budget, two, location, and three, really, really, really good design.
Great, thank you. We don't have any other questions right now, but we will hang out for a minute here to see if any others come in. And I know Scott also mentioned at the beginning that we will be meeting soon to discuss upcoming topics for 2024. So if you have anything that you think would be beneficial to you and your fellow small business owners, please feel free to let one of us know. You can always just respond to that follow-up email that I send out tomorrow. Scott and I can discuss it and see if it's feasible to present in, our small 1 hour that we have twice a month. But we're always looking for what you guys want to hear. So if there's something that comes to mind, please let us know.
Absolutely. And while we have everyone, we have a couple minutes here. Just let you know, early November, on November 8th, we have one on website design basics. So again, we touched on website design today, but what are some things to look for when it comes to a really solid website design? In November, on November 30th, we're talking Google Business Profile. So if you have questions on that, we're unsure about the profile, I'm going to be going over some updates that Google has rolled out in addition to Google Analytics and some of those general updates, again, on November 30th. And then our final webinar for the year is on Wednesday, December 13th, right before the holidays. And this is again, in regards to your website, a website audit checklist for 2024. So what are some new things that I've seen come out when it comes to best practices and trends on website designs? And just things to overall keep in mind when it comes to your website, because I think a lot of times people set up a website and then they kind of let it go, they let it run. Websites have about a lifespan of about 5 years. So if your website is older than that, it really is the time to maybe look at it, evaluate it, and make some changes.
All right, perfect. And like I said, I'll include the link in that follow-up email to all of our sessions with Scott and his team. Those can all be found on their website, which will take you directly to the Zoom page to register for those. So I do want to thank everyone for joining us today. And thank you so much, Scott, for presenting.
Yep, thank you. And I hope to see you in one of our next webinars. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.